Latasheva, 16 points on 6 of 12 shooting and a couple three-pointers yesterday. If she continues to have that sophomore stretch, this could be very interesting to watch for the Patriots.
Looking for a breakout sophomore year as CSU Pueblo wins the tip. Now, Alicia Little, number 15, is not only one of the best players for CSU Pueblo, but one of the best players in the nation. Was an All-American last year and was the statistical champion in double-doubles and blocks per game. As there's a good play from Mendezona after a rebound to throw it off of Brene Stewart. Well, quickly, before we continue, let's go through the starting lineup, starting with CSU Pueblo. Genesis Sweetwine, Shamara Henderson, Alicia Little, Landry Hudson, and Brene Stewart. For UT Tyler, it's Polina Latasheva, Megan Mendezona, Lavisa Hevender, KK Bass, and Ella Bradley. Dalton?
You know, going a little bit on Little yesterday, she kind of got frustrated, picked up 4 fouls in the first half alone yesterday. She got put back in with about 3 minutes left in that first half and picked up a loose foul. Kind of one of those weird plays. She didn't like it, but she picked it up. 4 fouls in the first half, and then ended up fouling out in the third quarter against the Lady Shaps yesterday. So something to pay attention to now. Can she kind of control herself as well?
Here's Mendezona. She pulls, and she hits! Count the bucket! She's headed to the free throw line.
Huge shot there from Mendezona. You could kind of see her as she kind of started going back and forth there. She kind of started rocking into a little bit of a rhythm. She got the screen in front of her, pulled it, and got the foul on top of it. And she's a fantastic free throw shooter. This could be 4.
There it is, the first 4-point play of the year. 4-0 UT Tyler. Megan Mendezona tied her career high in points yesterday with 23. And she looks to carry it on here on this Saturday evening. Well, there's a lot of key players for each team, but of course Alicia Little for CSU Pueblo, like we mentioned, but in order for them to win, they got to have other players step up. As there's a missed shot from Landry Hudson.
They did not shoot the ball particularly well against the Lady Shaps yesterday. So, you know, look for that here on the offensive end of the floor for them. See if they can kind of find their rhythm on offense. As Latasheva kind of digging around, looking for some space on the block. That's what the Patriots did a lot of yesterday. They called a similar set of plays, but it looked like they rotated the player on each of those plays. They played 4 out, 1 in the middle, but they kind of swapped out who was in the middle quite a bit in that second half. So we'll see if they continue to do that.
They caught a break there as Ella Bradley wasn't ready for a pass. However, off of CSU Pueblo, there's a 3 from Mendezona, no good. And here comes the Thunderwolves. What a mascot name, by the way. You don't hear teams that's like cool. That. There's a foul.
And it's offensive.
Yeah. That was on Landry Hudson, the senior guard. She played at Wyoming from 2020 to 2022. Played in 19 games for the Cowboys. And last year,
I'm assuming they're the Cowgirls.
I don't know. That's a great point. I almost said Cowgirls, but I'm going to have to do some Google searching.
Bradley down in the corner, looking for a little space, trying to get around.
It is the Cowgirls.
It is the Cowgirls. There you go.
Got that cleared up.
Oh, a give and go there from Bradley. Good find from Hevender. Good to see Hevender back out there. Of course, had the ACL injury in January of this year. Was unable to finish the season for the Patriots. They love having her back out there.
Underneath. Wow. Alicia Little making the defenders look little.
Not a lot you could do in that one if you're Hevender and Bradley. That's a tough bucket.
Latasheva. And UT Tyler out in front by 6.
You saw this yesterday in that third quarter. They pushed the tempo a little bit, kind of got things moving, forced the Cougars into some turnovers in that game. You know, it's already pushing the tempo in this one. And that is, I believe that's the second on Bradley. It is.
Well, you talk about the past 2 years for UT Tyler, back-to-back NCAA Sweet 16 appearances. Of course, 2 years ago to the Elite 8. Coach A Rebecca Alvidrez has done a marvelous job coaching the Patriots.
First season she took over, team went 0-14 the year before she got here. She coached them to 19 wins in her first season. Then they go 27-8 all the way to the Elite Eight, and then 27-9 last season all the way to the Sweet 16. So a team that is absolutely thriving under her leadership.
I mean, she's a coach that, she's a player's coach for sure.
Absolutely.
And last year, or I guess 2 years ago, Tim Mosier was the associate head coach. He graduated to go to be the head coach for the men's team. He was also the associate head coach last year, and now is just the head coach for the men's team. As Mendozona takes a three, rims out. Man,
you see Bradley not quite reaching as hard for that rebound now with 2 fouls early. So something to kind of pay attention to. How long do they let her go as Hevender picks up the foul? Little with the blow-by layup.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Hevender, you just got to let her go. Who's already gone, already had a wide-open lane. And Alicia Little, I mean, that's what she does. She finds anything she can get in the post. And she's able to get a lot.
Yes, she is. Does a great job, has a great awareness of what her space is, where she belongs on the floor, where she is on the floor.
I mean, Alicia Little, she's not just a great Division II player. She was a great Division I player back in Northern Colorado. She was the Big Sky, she was the Big Sky MVP during the 2020-21 season. Averaged a double-double as Lavisa Hevender's
Ladasheva knocking that down.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of mentioned Little to our coaching staff, and Leah Davis, former Patriot, she played for the Patriots there during the 21-22 season. I mentioned her, and Leah said, yeah, I played against her, actually, back in the day when I was at Colorado State, and I couldn't believe it that the years lined up. That tells you how long Little's been in college, because Coach Davis, she's been out of college for, this is her third year out now.
Yeah, she averaged 17 points, 10 rebounds as a Division I player at Northern Colorado.
So she can obviously do it at both sides as Cameroli now in the ball game for the Patriots. Another one of those seniors, key leader.
Hevender the three, off the mark, too strong. So it'll be UT Tyler ball as a substitution for CSU Pueblo. It's Tajane Bonds, who is going to play a really key role for CSU Pueblo this year. The transfer from MSU Denver, played the past 4 seasons for MSU Denver. Excited to watch her play as Ladasheva gets called for an offensive foul.
And you'll see Caitlin Ryan step in. Now, here's an interesting one. Caitlin Ryan did step in the third quarter yesterday as Hutka from the Cougars was going off. She was absolutely on fire there, but Caitlin Ryan steps in, played big minutes there, and shut down the Cougars' attack as that one is going the other way.
Turnover, miscued pass, and UT Tyler has the ball, a 4-point lead. 5:28 remaining here in the first quarter. Hevender thought about the three. Tajane Bonds.
What a save.
Can the Thunderwolves convert on the other end?
And then
no,
throw it away.
Mendozona was a steal.
Got all kinds of help to the right. Finds Ladasheva.
The three, too much.
Back and forth affair. We turned into a track meet here, Spencer.
And a foul called.
Second one on Hevender.
You really don't want to have, that's 2 key players already with 2 fouls. Three key players with 2 fouls, excuse me. Lavisa, Heavener, Polina Latasheva, and Ella Bradley, all with 2 fouls in the first 5 minutes of the game. Well, we'll take a break. Immediate timeout. 11-7. UT Tyler on top. Well, as we mentioned at the end, or during the, right before the media timeout, excuse me, 3 key players for UT Tyler already with 2 fouls, and really Lavisa, Heavener, and Ella Bradley, that's huge. I mean, those are the 2 post players, and they got to guard Alicia Little for 3.5 more quarters.
Something to watch there for sure. I mean, and then Heavener and Bradley scored 10 points yesterday in that game. Heavener, of course, you know, a little rust after the ACL injury, of course, trying to find her rhythm on the offense yet again, but certainly a capable shooter herself. So, you know, seeing those 2 on the bench, that is going to be something to watch now as Caitlin Ryan steps in, and Jill Lundgren-Phipps will also step into the ball game to take over for those 2.
Oh, no, a steal. CSU Pueblo, and UT Tyler catches a break.
Mendozona, good defensive play there on the swarm and the trap.
Mendozona in the paint, gets her own board. Bonds came out of nowhere, and Mendozona can't hit.
The tough bucket there. Mendozona normally cashes those in, couldn't find a piece there.
Bonds through traffic, no good.
Not sure if Ryan got a piece or not there. Tough bucket regardless.
Kick down. There's Cameroli. Anissa Cameroli, floater. Off the backboard, no good. Here comes Bonds.
Bonds didn't do much on the offensive side of the ball yesterday, but as you'll see, hustle, hustle, and hustle from Bonds throughout this one.
Landry Hudson's 3 gives CSU Pueblo a 12-11 lead. Latasheva goes baseline. There's Mendozona. Deep 3 from Cameroli. Rims out.
Patriots up to 14 shots now. 13 shots, excuse me. 4 for 13 from the floor, 2 for 7 from deep. That is what they want to do. They want to let it fly.
There's a 3 from Little, no good. Cameroli comes down with it, pushing forward.
This is a different looking squad from years past.
3-second violation, and the ball will go the other direction. Few more substitutions. CSU Pueblo puts in a completely fresh group as UT Tyler decides to put Tiana Knighton, the freshman from Phoenix, Arizona, led all of Arizona in points last year as a high school senior. Special player. Excited to see more of her. Here's a corner 3, no good. And Knighton with a rebound.
Great rebound there, boxed out. Just beat her. She beat her man to it. That's all it was, simple as that.
Mendozona to the basket. And UT Tyler takes the lead back.
Right hand just got downhill, threw up the hook shot, found its way home. Patriots back out in front.
Henderson. And a turnover after a personal foul on the offense. Well, if you're a Patriot fan, that Shamara Henderson name might stick out. Last season against UT Tyler, she scored the game-winning bucket with 9 seconds left, and that was her only bucket of the game. Corner three from Cameroli hits it. 16-12 UT Tyler.
Always good to hear the Patriots PA announcer Dave McClendon with the big boom there. It always hits a little different this time of year. It's always good to have hoops back inside the HPC.
Now, the word boom hits a little bit more different these days. And the foul will put Brooklyn Mesa at the free throw line.
That's her first one. Stepping to the line for CSU Pueblo.
I'll give that Anissa Cameroli three-pointer, 5 big booms.
Patriots 5-0 run here in the last 2:20 as that one misses. Finally got a three-pointer to fall, 3 for 8 now in those. Cameroli, Mendozona, and Latasheva each with 1.
And now CSU Pueblo makes a lot of changes. Landry Hudson, Alicia Little's back in there, as well as Jolene Ramiro. So 3-point game, UT Tyler on top. Here's Ryan, back out. Cameroli thought about it, gives it up to Mendozona. No good. Stop and pop. Brene Stewart. She had 10 points last night. It's her first bucket of the game. Here's Lundgren Phipps. No good. Ball goes out. Last touched by CSU Pueblo, so UT Tyler sticks with it. Seven returners for UT Tyler this year. They got 11 fresh faces. 6 of them were transfers, including Jill Lundgren Phipps.
Lundgren Phipps, fun fact there, married to Sam Phipps on the men's team. Those two transferring from the College of Southern Idaho.
Where they were married as well.
Yes, yes.
Great story.
Gotta imagine not very many student athletes married across the country, and especially playing men's and women's basketball.
And transferring together to the same school. Halfway across America, might I add.
Yes, very interesting. They are from Saratoga Springs, Utah, which is nowhere near Tyler, Texas, I can assure you.
Here's
Patriots
Knighton.
break the press. Knighton.
Almost travel. The Cameroli takes a 3 and hits it.
Nice find there from Knighton. And a good lane fill there from Cameroli.
Cameroli's got 6. Corner to Hudson. And she hits it right back. All tied up 19-all.
Patriots, they're just trading buckets back and forth. Both teams finding everything they want.
Shot clock turned off. Under 20 seconds. Here's Knighton. Back to Knighton. She shoots. And there's her first collegiate points to take a lead at the end of the first quarter. Gotta love that. Tiana Knighton's been waiting for that. She played 5 Start of the second quarter, 21-19 after Tiana Knighton scored her first collegiate bucket. Here's CSU Pueblo, shot off the mark from Tajane Bonds. What a big pickup for CSU Pueblo. Tajane Bonds, transfer from MSU Denver, and she had a great career at MSU Denver. I mean, last season, 7.5 points per game, 4.5 rebounds per game. But what sticks out to me most is her high school career out in Colorado at Martin Luther King Jr. Early College. She averaged a career average of 7.4 steals a game.
That's insane.
And
what
there
a
she
stat.
is.
Yeah, wow.
She gets called for the foul there. She's looking for another steal. She holds the single-game state record in Colorado for steals in a game, 21.
Oh, my goodness. 21.
21 steals in a game. Just
teams don't turn it over 21 times in a game.
insane.
What a stat. That's a heck of a record.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this CSU Pueblo roster, you put them in high school, they're one of the best high school teams in the nation, at least statistically. Tiana Knighton, 3 no good. I mean, there's some really crazy high school stats on here throughout the CSU Pueblo that we'll sprinkle in throughout the broadcast as that 3 is off the mark.
Always interesting to see these Colorado schools that a lot of them do like to recruit locally up there in that Colorado area. And the basketball up there, it's good basketball.
Women's basketball, girls basketball at the high school level in Colorado is very good. And there's a lot of these CSU Pueblo players that hail from Grandview High School, which is one of the best high school basketball programs on the girls' side, at least, in the state of Colorado. Turnover for CSU Pueblo. Still a 2-point lead.
I think we're going to get, I think it was 3 seconds, I believe. 3 seconds in the lane, so we'll get the restart here.
Noah Bradley and Lavisa Hevender, ever since their 2 fouls, we have not seen them back in this game.
And I don't know if Mendozona has sat yet.
Lundgren Phipps hits from deep.
Phipps, a big shot there. Had to have that one.
Her first bucket as a Patriot. And UT Tyler takes a 24-19 lead. Bad pass and a steal.
She's got a big assignment down there with Little.
Here's Mendozona, the floater, off the mark. Man, it is fast-paced basketball right now.
Up and down just about as fast as you can go. And yeah, Mendozona has not sat. She's the only Patriot above 10 minutes.
To the corner. Jolene Ramiro goes baseline. And a foul called underneath the basket. Free throws coming up. Jolene Ramiro, sophomore from Aurora, Colorado. Here's a fun stat. Dalton, I'm going to give you a nice little quiz here. Not something that you would know, maybe just a guess. She went to Eagle Crest High School. Can you guess what the mascot is for Eagle Crest?
Eagle Crest. That one's not springing to me.
Okay, that's okay. They're the Raptors.
Okay, cool.
Their logo is the Philadelphia Eagles logo.
Oh, really?
So they're the Eagle Crest Raptors, but their logo is an eagle, and their basketball gym is called the Nest. So it doesn't make any sense.
Do Raptors have nests?
No. I mean, they're not birds. So it just doesn't make any sense at all. But hey, I'm here for it. Why not? That's a good case of free will.
Now the question's going to be, do they suit up a raptor?
Mendozona misses the basket. I don't know.
Do they suit up do we get an inflatable raptor or something and put them on the sideline and go out there and meet the kids? Or
I did play tennis against Eagle Crest at one point in my life, and I hit a backwards shot over my head. That's the highlight of my athletic career. That's the best I got. And
Chaplain Skyta will knock down the free throw there. I believe that also might be her first points of the season. So
you're correct.
Yeah, there you go. Another one. So, yeah,
Getting
several
firsts all over the
several
place.
firsts for the Patriots.
The junior from Spain, transferred from Central Arizona
Yes,
College.
so the Eagle Crest Raptors.
Yes.
Their logo is an eagle.
Yep.
But they're the Raptors. It's called the Nest. We don't know if there's such thing as a Raptor's Nest. We're going to have to do some double checking. We may get to that at halftime. We'll get back to the folks at home.
That's great. Here's Sweet Wine. And that ball
Off the bottom of the...
Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen a ball go off that part of the basket.
It's out there. You know, it's only on these goals that are anchored to the ground. You know, you see so many gyms nowadays where they come down from the ceiling. They're retractable. With these, we got the old school goals here.
So they're going to say it's off
deflected.
of UT Tyler.
Yeah, it must have been deflected.
Here's Little. Mendozona being a pest. Makes Little get rid of it. Now here's a three, too short. Goes out of bounds. So UT Tyler up by 6. They'd love a little bit more of a comfortable lead.
Now I do know, as Brooklyn Meza for the Thunderwolves, she is from Windsor, Colorado, and they're the Windsor. As Phipps knocks down another triple to go up 9, they're the Windsor Wizards.
Yes,
which is pretty cool. Learned that one yesterday as well. One of our workers, he is from Colorado as well, and he was letting us know, hey, that's the Windsor Wizards. I was like, hey, okay.
You don't get a lot of that, and you know, when I moved out to Texas, the Hutto Hippos and the New Braunfels Unicorns are my favorite schools out there.
We've certainly got some unique ones out there.
Well, there's about 300 billion high schools in Texas,
yes.
So got to have some fun ones.
I think that would be just the kind of my requirement. If I was starting a new school, hey, you know, we're going to split into 2 high schools. Well, my second high school's got to have the weirdest name imaginable.
Let's call the high school Eagle Crest and have the mascot a raptor. How about that?
Yes, absolutely.
Travel on Alicia Little. And UT Tyler will go the other way.
5:54 now, 29-20. The Patriots outscoring CSU Pueblo 8-1 in this quarter. The Thunderbolts have yet to make a shot in this quarter. So that's kind of been the story as Cameroli
kicks out. Lundgren Phipps fires again.
Front
too
iron,
short.
Just a little short there. Looking for her third one.
A 10-1 run for UT Tyler. Oh, baseline. And Shablinskaita nearly had a steal, but just lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, she jumped up, and the Thunderwolves never really attended the shot, but she dropped down and put both hands on the ball, nearly just took it right out of the hands of the Thunderwolves player.
Here's Ramiro.
Very interesting group.
Here's a three from Little. No good.
Interesting group for the Patriots here. You got 3 newbies around Cameroli and Mendozona, a couple seniors.
Shablinskaita into the paint. And a foul called on the floor. It'll be on CSU Pueblo.
It'll be on Henderson.
There's 4 players for UT Tyler that have scored 5 or more. Ladasheva, Mendozona, Lundgren Phipps, and Cameroli.
You love to see the team effort.
Cameroli goes over the top. Mendozona.
Mendozona asking for a little space now.
There's Lundgren Phipps through contact. She's fouled. She'll head to the free throw line.
It's going to be Hudson. It is. That's her second. So Hudson out there with 2 and Henderson out there with 3. A little bit of foul trouble all of a sudden now for the Thunderwolves.
Immediate timeout. UT Tyler up by 9 free throws when we come back. Under 5 minutes to go here in the second quarter of action. UT Tyler with a 9-point lead. And Jill Lundgren Phipps is at the line as the first free throw no good. Well, she's 6'3", and she can obviously shoot from deep. And she misses both.
Yeah, she's 6'3". Coach Marich, our men's assistant, he has argued that she's more like 6'4". She's definitely got some height to her. That's certainly somebody that is huge for us. The Patriots slipped into the 2-3 now. A little bit of a zone. Mendozona down on the block. We don't see that every day, especially from her, as she does a great job boxing out Little, and Knighton comes down for the board.
Here comes the Patriots. Knighton kicks it out. Mendozona going to work the offense. Knighton pulls and misses.
Just got rid of that. The great defense there from Shablinskaita.
Little from the corner. Too much. Right into the hands of Cameroli.
Patriots looking for a little pace.
Knighton getting some good minutes after playing 5 minutes in her collegiate debut yesterday. Mendozona to the basket, no good, and a foul on Shablinskaita.
That's going to be her first of the contest.
And in comes Tajane Bonds. That'll be for Brene Stewart. And now UT Tyler will also make a change. Shaylee McDonald comes in. That'll give Tiana Knighton a rest. McDonald, a senior transfer from Kentucky Wesleyan. There's Little, who misses the layup.
Good defense there from Phipps, and there's a contested shot from Bonds. And it's Shablinskaita who picks up her second in as many possessions.
Still no Lavisa Hevender or Ella Bradley since those two fouls early in the first quarter.
Not sure if I blame Coach Alvidrez for this. They've obviously handled their business pretty well on the defensive side of the ball in this quarter. Thunderwolves yet to make a shot in this quarter. They've made 2 free throws now, but have yet to make a jump shot.
Bonds goes 2 for 2.
Cameroli with the trap, threw it over Minnesota's head.
A three-pointer off the mark. That's the second time we've seen Cameroli trapped and threw it away.
McDonald, good ball handling there, breaking the press on her own from Bonds.
Donald almost travels, was able to give it to Cameroli. Cameroli takes a shot, no good.
She missed it on the ankle breaker. It looked like her defender fell to the ground, but she was unable to knock it down from the free throw line.
Lundgren Phipps over to Cameroli. 7 on the shot clock. And a foul. That'll be on Destiny Smith.
That's going to be the 5th. That's going to put her on the line. So 2:43 here. Both teams in the bonus now.
Well, a good lead for UT Tyler, but not a great lead.
Patriots scoreless in the last 3:43. Cameroli breaking that streak, but they are 1 for their last 7 from the floor. Pueblo 1 for their last 9 and continue to be 0 for in the second quarter.
And the second free throw is good. CSU Pueblo makes a quick change as Yara Garcia comes in for Destiny Smith. 8 returners and 5 new faces for CSU Pueblo as that ball goes out of bounds. A turnover for the Thunderwolves. 3 transfers and 10 players out of their 13 are from Colorado And they're the only team to play in this South Central Region Challenge to not have a player from Texas.
Wow. I guess the Colorado Christian only has one, though. It's from Royce City, correct?
No, they've got a few.
Okay.
Got,
oh, they had the El Paso. Yes.
El Paso and Saxe.
Yes, that's right, Saxe. Just north of Dallas, a Dallas suburb. Of course, Royce City, you could probably call it a Dallas suburb. It's out there just east.
2 free throws as Shablin Skaita misses the first.
And Reynolds a 9-point lead, 2:16 to go in the first half.
And the second one falls. So a 10-point lead for UT Tyler. They'd love to keep it double digits with 2 minutes remaining. CSU Pueblo working the ball around. It's Garcia looking for a screen. And just give it to Little up top. Little drives, Little kicks. The 3 off the mark. Little a rebound and puts it under the rim.
Great defense there from Phipps. You saw Camaroli go flying, but I think that's purely because Camaroli looks to be about a foot shorter than Little, it seems like. Not a lot she can do there. That's a tough ask for her.
Camaroli stops, and offensive foul on Enisa Camaroli. She pushed off.
It's going to be her second.
Man, 1:31, and at this point, you kind of imagine that Lavisa Hevender and Ella Bradley are not going to play any more first half basketball.
Yeah, Hevender, Bradley, Latasheva, none of them have returned to action. Bradley just 4 minutes, Hevender just 5.
And there's a foul down low. I mean, yesterday Hevender played 34 minutes, while Ella Bradley played 18 and fouled out. So you don't expect expect them to not play at least, but you kind of have to do what you got to do after Ella Bradley fouled out and put you in a bit of a scary position down the stretch of yesterday's game against Colorado Christian. Of course, you go on to win that, but you don't want to risk both Ella Bradley and Lavisa Hevender.
Absolutely. You know, it looked like, Camaroli picking up her third foul there. Coach Alvidras initially looked at Latasheva, but Latasheva's got a pair of fouls. Didn't want to go that route, so they put Knighton back in. Knighton with just 1 foul for the Patriots. Starting to look a little thin as far as guards are concerned.
Full court press. CSU Pueblo has done really well with that so far, and they're looking for yet another full court press. Turnover, they get it. Tajane bonds the other way, and she slows it down, and CSU Pueblo resets the offense. Under a minute to go in the first half. Trying to get it to Little, and it's deflected out of bounds. It'll be off of CSU Pueblo. Another full court press. We'll see if UT Tyler can break it. They've struggled.
This is one of those you wish you had Latasheva, Camaroli, Hevender, Bradley. You wish you had all those ball handlers in the game.
And whistle blows.
Shot clock never started.
I mean, that was a dangerous position for UT Tyler as Mendozona picked up her dribble. She did have a player to pass to, so it's not like it was a for sure turnover. Whistle blows again. Looks like they're taking 3 seconds off the shot clock. Now we're good.
So now you've suddenly shortened it to 7 seconds to get it across from the same distance. And that one's deflected. Bonds got a piece of it, and now it is turned over.
CSU Pueblo has it, and a foul on the shot. As that was Yara Garcia. Man, this full court press is killing the Patriots.
Now 2 on Mendozona. And this is it just seems like it's a product of the foul trouble, really. The Thunderwolves, credit to them, they realize the Patriots really, truly have the 2 ball handlers in Knighton and Mendozona. out there, and that's really about it as far as that's concerned. They've turned up the pressure here, forced the Patriots into some bad decisions.
Knighton with a good rebound. She's pressured immediately, somehow able to break free, and a timeout called by Coach Alvidrez. She does not want to risk another turnover.
Good timeout there from Alvidrez. She recognized the problem here. She'll call a 30-second break. Yeah, this whole thing is going to be about, hey, this is something you learn in your first few years of really competitive basketball, is how to break the press. Don't dribble into the corners. Don't dribble into double teams. And that's really about it. Keep the ball moving.
Don't pick up the dribble
either,
and that's what they've done. So 40 seconds remaining. You'd imagine maybe one possession each side if things go smoothly. Who does UT Tyler look for with all the players that have to sit on the bench due to foul trouble?
It's going to start with Megan Minnesota, and it might end with Megan Minnesota here in these last few seconds. Nobody more dependable over the last few seasons than Mendozona herself. Obviously, the South Central Region Tournament MVP 2 years ago, a part of the All-South Central Region team last season.
4 new players and then Mendozona on the court for the Patriots. Mendozona double teamed. Zone defense from CSU Pueblo. Almost, yep. Oh, no, it's CSU Pueblo got a piece of it. And it'll be UT Tyler basketball, but CSU Pueblo doesn't believe that. That was a close one. I'm not sure.
Close call. Couldn't tell from up here.
Mendozona, 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Little. And a timeout for CSU Pueblo with under 14 seconds remaining in the first half. CSU Pueblo looking to capitalize on that block and on these sloppy plays over the last few possessions from UT Tyler. I mean, this has been a physical game, though.
It truly has been a physical game. You got 10 fouls on Pueblo, 14 on the Patriots. A lot of whistles, a lot of warranted whistles. We can go ahead and confirm for you there as well at home. This has been back and forth. It's been a very physical affair. Nobody's really taken the reins here. You look back, and the Thunderwolves have yet to make a shot in the second quarter. Here we are with 13 seconds left. Are they going to make their first shot of the quarter? They've made 5 free throws, but to their help, the Patriots are just 2 for 11 from the floor with 11 total points in the quarter. So that's how they've kind of stayed in this one.
We'll see what CSU Pueblo cooks up with 13 and a half seconds remaining in the first half. Some light full court press from UT Tyler. They back off pretty quickly.
3 seconds now, 2 seconds now. Little will pull.
Little misses. And the first half comes to a close. UT Tyler with an 8-point lead. Players that were in foul trouble are out there for the Patriots to start the second half. Well, before we get started, UT Tyler Athletics would like to thank the following corporate partners: UT East Texas, Sodexo, Highland Dairy, DKT Investments, and Holiday Inn. The Patriots thank you for your continued support of UT Tyler Athletics. UT Tyler starts with the ball, and they throw it away immediately. Dalton, to end that first half, there was a lot of turnovers and a lot of sloppy basketball played by UT Tyler, but they still finished the first half with an 8-point lead.
Yeah, all the bad things in that second quarter, but at the end of the day, the Thunderwolves didn't make a shot in the second quarter. They made 5 free throws. So that's kind of where we stand.
And ball's taken away. Good defense by the Patriots.
Something to watch here. You've got Hevender and Bradley and Latasheva out there, each with 2 fouls. We'll see how that kind of gets played as Bass goes in but misses the floater.
Here's CSU Pueblo. And underneath, no one there. Landry Hudson just dropped off the defenders, and no one was there to back her up.
It looked like it was kind of supposed to be Bass. Bass was running with her a majority of the way, but she kind of fell off as Mendozona, tough right hand.
That was a great Great basket for Mendozona. She's up to 8 points. She's 3 for 13 today after yesterday scoring 23.
A little less efficient today, but that could change in an instant. She had 10 points in the third quarter alone yesterday.
And Stewart hits from deep. And now it's interesting, 5-point game.
5-2 advantage over the first minute 30 for the Thunderwolves. Something to watch as Bass, that
turnover.
one goes off her hand. A little pressure from the Thunderwolves, and all of a sudden things are a little shaky.
It seems that every time the Thunderwolves put some aggression on their defense, whether that's a full court press or half court press, UT Tyler just can't seem to get around it.
Coach Alvidra is going with a quick sub there. Shablin Skyta coming in for Bass.
Here's Sweetwine. And Alicia Little pulls up, gets a bounce but can't get it in. And a foul on CSU Pueblo. It's Paulina Latasheva.
Hard fall there, but she seems to be fine, yeah.
Shamara Henderson picks up her 4th foul of the game. She's about to be subbed out. If I'm UT Tyler, attack that. Bradley the shot and an offensive foul.
That's 3 on Shablin Skyton now. Patriots just can't seem to get out of their own way. That's really been the story.
And they still have the lead, but they got to hang on to it. They're 1 for 7 in their last 7 field goal attempts. And a foul on Lavisa Hevender. She picks up her 3rd. And Lavisa Hevender not happy about it.
You can kind of see the frustrations across the board for the Patriots. They're just kind of, it's one of those things you're not blaming the refs or anything like that. You're just kind of trying to look for answers.
Hudson misses. Here's Latasheva. She pulls up from mid-range. No good. Rebound to Ella Bradley. Down underneath. There's a loose ball and jump ball call. Foul trouble, physicalness, and sloppy basketball is what we've seen today.
Nobody really truly in a rhythm at any point in this ball game at either side. Maybe you argue the Thunderwolves are kind of in one now, and they're 2 for 5 in this half. And they've drawn a few fouls, but other than that.
And an offensive foul. UT Tyler catches a break. Alicia Little picks up her 1st.
First time that it feels like a break goes their way in the second half. We're 3 minutes in, and it feels like something went the Patriots' way there for a second. We'll see if that continues to build up. Bradley, nice draw there. That's just the first foul on Little in this contest.
Latasheva. UT Tyler under some pressure, and Shablin Skyta travels. Another turnover. UT Tyler's scoreless. Well, each team is scoreless in roughly the last 2 minutes. Three no good. Little picks up the rebound, and that one misses as well. I would say it's a defensive battle, but it's really not. It's who can turn the ball over less right now.
It just feels like ugly basketball for those watching at home. I'm sure you're thinking kind of the same things we are. It's just kind of, we're having trouble just finding a flow of the game at this point. And it's not from, hey, the refs are maybe a little happy with the whistle or anything like that. No, these are fouls. These are Both these teams are just not taking care of the basketball, not making smart decisions.
Bradley, pump fakes. Tyler working the ball around. Great defense from Pueblo. Here's the three from Mendozona. Breaks the scoreless streak that went almost 3 minutes long. That is huge for the Patriots.
Good ball movement there. Hevender with the pump fake, got the dribble drive, and got Mendozona a little bit of space on the feed there, just enough to pull the trigger, and she knocks it down. 2 for 5 now from beyond the arc.
Bonds back out to Little, deep three off the back iron, and a rebound for UT Tyler. And a foul. That's on Ladasheva.
Yes. Yeah, got a little aggressive with the shoulder.
Third foul for Ladasheva. Man, foul trouble across the board. 3 fouls for Hevender, 3 fouls for Ladasheva. Ella Bradley picked up 2 in the first 4 minutes of the ball game, as Little brings it into the paint and travels. Also 3 fouls for Megan Mendozona, and then Anissa Cameroli and Melina Shablinskaita have 3 fouls as well. I mean, that is a lot of foul trouble, Dalton.
A lot of foul trouble across the board. You hate to see it.
Shablinskaita shoots from deep and misfires. Ajane Bonds saves it from going out of bounds.
Nice play from Hevender.
Picked up by Hevender.
There's Mendozona calmly. Yeah, it seems like there's a certain calmness from a Hevender when she has the ball. Kind of settles her teammates down as well.
Shablinskaita moves it into the paint, falls, kicks it out to Ladasheva, and she hits. 11-point lead for UT Tyler and a 6-0 run.
Big bucket there. They wanted the travel on Shablinskaita, but I think she dumped it off right as she started sliding. Kind of one of those bang-bang plays. They didn't call it. Ladasheva makes them pay.
Here's Bonds. Bonds kicks to the corner. Hudson the 3 off the mark. Rebound to Ladasheva.
Ladasheva. Nice hustle there. Makes the defender dancing.
Hevender, no good.
Hevender, that was just her second attempt of the contest. So she's trying to find herself a little rhythm there as well.
No points. I mean, she's an offensive explosion. Can be, at least, as there's a foul. And that'll be on Ladasheva again. She picks up her 4th. I mean, she's been a key guard for UT Tyler as we go to immediate timeout. 4 fouls for Ladasheva. There is a lot of foul trouble, but UT Tyler taking advantage. 40-29, 3:30 to go in the third. 3:30 remaining in the third. 40-29. Welcome you back to Flow Sports. Nice UT Tyler women's basketball game. Second home game of the year. It's nice. UT Tyler opening the season at home for the first time in quite a while.
Yeah, happy to be back in basketball season. Basketball season, an interesting time here. Tyler, of course, UT Tyler, no football here, so we don't have those fall sports. We've got both men's and women's soccer, men's and women's cross country, a little bit of tennis, and volleyball, of course.
And first free throw good.
That is the extent of our fall sports. Now we head into that winter season as that one's missed and a good rebound from Heather. Give a shout out to our UT Tyler women's volleyball team. I believe they've got us on the team bus on their way back from Sul Ross today. So long trip down to Alpine. They had us on earlier, I know for sure. Not sure if they've still got us going or not. But happy to have them along.
Bradley. Good move. Bradley off the glass.
What a nice move. Thought she almost traveled there. Kind of stuck the foot in the ground there. It was almost like it was nailed to the floor almost.
Whistle blows. And a foul on Shablin Skytha.
Double foul. 13 and 21, each picking one up.
So one for each team. That's Shablin Skytha's fourth. It's two players with 4 fouls for the Patriots. Here's Alicia Little. Tajane Bonds, deep ball, no good.
Good board there from Bradley.
Lavisa Hevender will bring it up. Still yet to have her first point today. Hevender, no good.
That's the look she likes to make. A prolific three-point shooter, third all-time on the UT Tyler record books.
Bonds into the paint. Bonds shoots and misses. Cameroli picks up a rebound. An 8-1 run for the Pats.
Nice cut, backdoor, Bradley.
14-point lead after the bucket. Well, after Lavisa Hevender and Ella Bradley sat for almost the entirety of the first half due to foul trouble, there's a good play from the duo.
Cut back door, good vision there, found it wide open. There's the foul.
Offensive foul. That's on Tajane Bonds. That's her third foul, so I mean, there's foul trouble everywhere. It's hard to keep up. As Tiana Knighton checks back in for the Patriots.
She'll take the Shablin Skytha spot as Coach Alvidrez kind of going over something with her.
And 4 fouls. So the freshman getting some more minutes. Mendozona shoots and hits.
Big shot there. And again, that dribble penetration right there just to about the free throw line opens up space for Mendozona, and she knocks it down. And now we need the timeout from the Thunderwolves. All of a sudden, it's a 17-point game.
UT Tyler pulling away a 7-0 run in the last 2:26, 13-1 run in the last 7:30. Things are starting to click, but still foul trouble could change a lot.
Foul trouble absolutely going to be a story here. Patriots 19 personal fouls. Pueblo 15 personal fouls. Patriots have 2 with 4 fouls. That's Latasheva and Shablin Skytha. And, of course, Henderson from Pueblo with 4 fouls as well. Cameroli and Hevender each have 3. And you've got Bonds with 3 and Hudson with 3 for Pueblo. So both teams kind of down the stretch. Some important players to both of their stories in foul trouble. We'll see how this plays out. You obviously hope to get to the fourth quarter, and then it's kind of all hands on deck in the fourth quarter, especially with a 17-point lead.
I will say huge props to Ella Bradley, who played the first 4 minutes of the game, picked up 2 fouls after fouling out yesterday, and she has not picked up a foul since then, and that's huge. I mean, you have to be able to learn, especially every game is different with different refs. You have to know that some refs call fouls different than others. It's not just, oh, that's a foul and that's not. It's different. So you have to be able to know that and pick that up quick.
You're exactly right. Ella Bradley, somebody who plays 32 minutes a night or so for this Patriots team, for her to not play the first half, you got to expect she's going to play the entirety of this second half.
Hudson shoots and misses. I mean, she led the team in minutes per game last year for the Patriots.
Another one, Mendozona, who has not sat, I believe, in this one at all.
Cameroli, jump shot, off the mark.
Good board there from Little. Patriots back into the zone now. And stolen.
That's Megan Mendozona.
Like the free safety.
Thought about the jump shot.
In the open space.
Pulls it back out. Resets the offense. 10 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Up by 17. And whistle blows a foul.
Foul on Stewart.
Brene
she goes
Stewart.
To third. And that's going to send Mendozona to the line. And you're probably not going to find a person you'd rather have shooting these free throws. And of course she missed the first. Welcome to the announcer's curse.
That's on cue. At least we got it out of the way in the second game of the year.
Maybe we'll start.
Makes the second.
We'll start breaking those by the end of the year, as Bradley's going to get the last 6 seconds of the third quarter off.
There's CSU Pueblo, and a half-court heave. Had the distance, didn't quite get it there. Is from Jeline Ramiro. So UT Tyler picks it up on the third quarter, outscores CSU Pueblo 6. There's been a lot to take note of, the physicality, the foul trouble, but on this stat sheet, Dalton, what sticks out?
Well, I'm going to put it plain and simple here. The Colorado State Pueblo Thunderwolves are 8 for 35 from the floor. They've made 8 jump shots in the game as Cameroli will bury that one from the corner. They've made 8 jump shots in the game, and they've made more free throws than jump shots in this one. That is point blank the difference in this one. They're 8 for 35, 22% from the field. Patriots up to 51 17 to 44, 38% as a team. 10 for 25 from three-point range. That's 40%. And 7 for 11 from the free throw line.
That one off the mark from Hudson. Almost stolen. Cameroli back with it, top of the key.
Settles it down now. Had a couple of those passes for Cameroli. Not quite lazy passes, but seem to have been taking their time getting to where they're supposed to go, and she's throwing them away. That one tipped from Phipps, and it turns into a turnover.
Sweetwine, jumper, no good. Well, a 19-4 run for UT Tyler.
11-0 over the last 4:35 in that run. Thunderwolves just 2 total jump shots made since the first quarter.
Here's Cameroli, takes a screen. And Mendozona to the basket, gets fouled. So some free throws coming up for one of the better UT Tyler free throw shooters.
Do you think that avoids the announcer's curse, that statement?
You know, that statement is exactly like saying in a baseball game, a team has given up no hits rather than a no-hitters going on.
Yeah, okay.
Which I don't know, it depends on who you ask, what works.
It's got to be a person by person basis there.
I need the statistics for announcers jinx.
Boy, I'd love to know that. I do know that it's got to hit about 100% when they throw the field goal graphic up there. I know that one is incredible. Corner pocket to Phipps. That ball short hopped her. Wasn't able to pull the trigger on it.
Knighton from deep. Got it! Tiana Knighton makes it a 15-point game.
Big shot there from Knighton. 25-point lead from the Patriots. Everybody contributing in this one, it feels like.
Under 8 minutes to go in the fourth. And UT Tyler pulling away 15-0 run.
15-0 run in 5 minutes of game time. That'll get it done.
Garcia as the shot clock ends.
Timeout for the Thunderwolves after the made shot. Big bucket there.
I mean, you need that after giving up a 15-0 run. A bucket of any kind helps.
Anything helps at this point. And it's not just for, today by any standards. And it's going to be tough to dig out of a 22-point lead with 7:44 left. But if you look ahead, they're going to play Missouri Western, Texas A&M Kingsville. They're going to play Texas A&M Kingsville.
Then Missouri Western.
And Missouri Western.
And then they take on the RMAC #1 Colorado Mesa University.
So that's just one of those. This is going to build things for next week. That's what it's going to do. You got to play another region opponent in Texas A&M Kingsville. You're going to play Missouri Western State, who has been a strong contender in that central region. You're going to see some foes. This isn't about just today. It's about setting the tone. What are we going to be like through the rest of the year?
I mean, these are two of the better teams in the Lone Star Conference in UT Tyler and Lubbock Christian. At respectively number 2 and number 3 in the Lone Star Conference preseason poll. Two teams that have been very good for a very long time. And CSU Pueblo unable to really compete yesterday. They're looking to compete a little harder today. And well, they've done that through the first half at least. And they kept it close. I mean, the foul trouble has just been absurd from both sides. So that definitely plays a part. But also CSU Pueblo is shorthanded this weekend.
Yes, so a little shorthanded. Got to think you also playing two really, really fantastic basketball programs. As we see Megan Mendozona and Ella Bradley taking a seat on the bench. Maybe their nights are done. We'll see. Megan Mendozona certainly has put in a bulk of the work.
Look at that ball movement to Latasheva. No good. Her foot was on the line. It would have been a 2. Here's Sweet Wine, guarded by Kim Rowley. And a foul called.
Called on the night. This is the end of the night for Mendozona. 16 points, 3 3-pointers, 5 boards, 2 assists, 3 steals in 32 minutes of work. She didn't sit in the whole first half. She played just about all of the third quarter.
10 more minutes than anybody else for the Patriots tonight.
You can't ask for much more out of her.
She has been a huge piece. A huge returner from last year, and, well, she's got an even bigger role than last season. I mean, last season, she really started the year coming off the bench. She wasn't even really in that starting rotation. Of course, down the stretch, injuries and other things happened that allowed her to play. And, of course, when you get to playoff basketball, Megan Mendozona needs to play 30 minutes plus a game.
Megan Mendozona in playoffs it's a different animal, it seems like. She just morphs into something completely different. It's fascinating to watch. She absolutely put the team on her back in that 2023 South Central Region tournament, leading them to the Elite 8 with her efforts.
Heavinder still yet to score today. When was the last time Heavener went scoreless?
Not sure. It's probably been a while. She maybe she didn't score in the game she tore her ACL this past spring.
Knighton,
but that'd be my guess. That'd be probably the last time. We'll have to go pull that stat for you.
I'm going to do our research. Pueblo, no good.
Great board there.
And a foul on the ground.
Nice board from Stewart. Knighton picks up another foul. That's going to be her fourth.
Well, with 6 minutes to go, we might as well just keep her in there. Maybe they won't. Mendozona checking back in. So her night's not done.
Let's look. I'm going to pull up last year's stats here. And we're going to see if we can find a little game-by-game action. So the last time that she went scoreless was indeed as Latasheva will get the easy layup on the fast break. So it was indeed the game. She did tear her ACL back on January 4th. However, if you go back before that, you're going to go all the way back to the game against Central Washington on November 5th, 2023. So it's been over a year.
That one was off the bottom of the rim, but a foul. It'll be on Megan Mendozona. Picks up her third. I mean, you know, out of everyone that has gotten foul trouble, it's so key that Megan Mendozona has stayed out of it. I mean, Latasheva, Shabinskaita, and Tiana Knighton all with 4 fouls each. 2 out of those 3 are out on the court now and very well could foul out.
Mendozona, 3 fouls, but I mean, has really never been any sort of foul trouble by any standard. She didn't have 2 in the first half. She didn't pick up her second one until about halfway through that third quarter. And there she goes right down Broadway, moves around the Phipps.
And the 3 is off the mark.
And a good hustle and rebound there from Mendozona. She's not done with the stat sheet.
Mendozona, wide open lane, up and in. 18 points for Mendozona tonight. Tally 6 rebounds as well.
And a timeout for the Thunderwolves.
Can I mention how strong of a start Anissa Cameroli has had to the season?
Absolutely.
I mean, last year didn't play a very big role, played 21 games with 2 points and a rebound a game. Last game, she had 7 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and of course she had 4 fouls as well, in foul trouble. Tonight, she's also, I mean, she was in foul trouble for most of the game. She still put up 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists.
Absolutely. She's really been a key kind of somebody to bring some energy off the bench type player. And not only that, she's been efficient. She's 3 for 4 from 3 tonight. She went 2 for 3 yesterday. And if that's the type of shooter she's going to be off the bench in those moments, that's something to look at, you know, for the rest of the season. That could be huge.
Well, the senior from Kosovo spent the summer in Kosovo playing in the 3x3 tournament for the FIBA Women's European Championship for small countries. So representing her home country, and not only that, she's playing at home as well. So she's able to stay with her family and enjoy playing basketball, which you don't really get too much as an international collegiate basketball player.
Absolutely. Yeah, you know, she comes by. She's one of our ball shaggers typically in soccer, and so she comes by the scorer's hut, and we get to talk to her. And I asked her, you know, early in the season, I said, hey, how was it getting to play again? National team, get to play some 3-on-3. She goes, I love it. I love it. I love doing it. Of course, we got a few smatterings of highlight videos throughout the year from Anissa, and it's so cool to see some of these athletes. They get to represent their countries at the highest level.
Here's Cameroli right on cue. Can't hit. Gets a rebound, though. She ties her career high and rebounds in a game with 8.
Tough board there. Good just hustle and play, as simple as that. Patriots keep it moving now, just under the 5-minute mark. Oh, a nice move.
Latasheva! Not done yet. Patriots are still rolling.
Little ankle breaker there from Latasheva. Gets herself into some space. Easy left-hand finish.
Henderson, no good. Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure I had heard of the country Kosovo before I saw Anissa Cameroli. It's a small country. You know, you don't hear of a lot of players come out of Kosovo.
No, not at all. Certainly not something that's on my radar day to day. As Shayla McDonald will step in now, as Mendozano will now officially see the end of her night, I believe.
Cameroli, the quick pass to Lundgren Phipps. No good.
Long pass forward. No, the outlet was there for Meza. Meza, of course, the Windsor Wizard.
CSU Pueblo just working the ball around, trying to get it inside. Ball's loose. Picked up by Ramiro, corner Stewart, and she traveled.
Good ball pressure there from the Patriots. I saw McDonald on the floor looking for that one.
.333 remaining in the fourth, and if you're the Patriots, it's got to feel good to get a win like this after a tight game yesterday. And now you got Dallas Christian next Saturday as their next game. That'll be at home on Flow Sports. The last time UT Tyler played Dallas Christian College, 115-25. They broke the program record for field goals made with 50, total assists with 34, and total steals with 25.
That was a huge night. That was a huge night for the Patriots. That was a game I was not in attendance for. You were there on the call.
It was fun.
That's one of those wild offensive nights. It's just, of course, Dallas Christian NAIA school, and all of those things. But at the same time, 115 points that you get, the ball's got to go in the basket. As simple as that. It's tough to do that.
They're actually part of the NCCAA.
Oh, the NCAA. So there you go, the Christian College Association. Yes.
So even smaller than
even
NAIA.
Smaller.
And Cameroli pokes it free out of bounds. She's been electric tonight.
Absolutely.
13 points after the two made free throws.
3 for 5 from 3, 4 straight made free throws, 8 boards, as you said earlier, 2 and a couple of assists. Patriots in the zone.
Stevenson. And a foul on Brene Stewart. Substitution for UT Tyler's Caitlin Ryan will check in for Jill Lundgren Phipps. I'm sure Lundgren Phipps can't wait for the doubleheader with the men's so she can watch her husband play basketball.
Of course, they are on the road. They're going to play tonight and tomorrow. They're down there in Alpine, Texas. They're I guess they may have just waved at the volleyball team as they drove by each other.
Yeah, I love that it's called the Far West Texas. What is it? The
Far West Texas Showdown.
Showdown, that's right.
And you could say you're not going to get much further west than you are in Alpine, Texas. Of course, Sol Ross joining the Lone Star Conference this season. Looking to join DT eligibility starting next year.
And UT Tyler men's basketball also takes on the South Central Region opponents. On the other side, the RMAC, they take on Black Hills State tonight and Metro State tomorrow. Black Hills State, boy, they've been a powerhouse for quite a long time. So it'll be a very tough battle for a very fresh team. A lot of transfers for UT Tyler men's basketball.
They are. That's certainly a new look squad for them under head coach Tim Mosier. We'll see how they develop as the year goes on. Of course, from the exhibitions and things like that they've had, we've heard some positive reports out of them. They played Division I Tarleton State. It certainly were competitive in that game. Saw a little bit of the film there. So, hey, they may be onto something. We'll have to see, of course. It's always early season tests. The Patriots are going to play 4 the top 4 teams in the RMAC preseason poll in their first 4 games. So tough ask.
I mean, even with UT Tyler women's basketball, they started the season in exhibition against the number 4 team in Division I, UT. And, I mean, in the first quarter, they kept up with them.
They kept up with them. I actually went down there for that game. Got to see everything. I've never been to the Moody Center before. That's a fantastic establishment.
Oh, yeah.
And I can tell you right now, Texas is going to be very, very good. You know, we were kind of joking after the game, you know, hey, you're probably never going to see a team like that ever again.
No.
As good as Texas is.
I mean, and it's just a huge, I mean, there's nothing, you can't learn more than playing a Division I opponent of that caliber.
Absolutely.
Because they're going to pick you apart.
Yes.
So you really know your weaknesses.
Everybody gets to learn. Everybody gets to learn. And Coach Schaefer, Texas women's basketball coach, he comes over after the game, gets them in the hallway. Hey, girls, you know, just want to say you guys never gave up. You never quit. I loved watching that. And, you know, and I want to say you guys punched first. They came out. You guys hit first. You guys were not afraid of anything. He said, that's why I had to pull 4 of my 5 starters just a couple minutes into the game because you guys were out working them. He goes, then I like that. That's awesome. You know, I loved watching it. It was fun to watch. You know, just keep your heads up. You're going to learn. You're going to develop. And so it was really cool to see Coach Schaefer come over and talk about that.
There's a shot made by Diamond Stevenson. Yeah, that's a great story.
Yeah, it was really cool to listen to Vic Schaefer, of course, the legend himself.
Oh, what
nice
a
move
play.
there.
Tiana Knighton.
Oh, yes!
Oh, Tiana Knighton, cherry on top.
Nice little double
wow.
clutch there. What a move.
Well, there's a freshman from Arizona. If you don't know her, you know her now.
Going to be
Got
a
7
jump ball,
points.
I believe, going the Patriots' direction.
7 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. This is her second ever collegiate game. Not too shabby. Played 5 minutes yesterday, went 0 for 2. That's all she had to show for it.
They're going to come over, double check everything, it looks like. And they are good to go. Just under a minute now. 29-point game.
UT Tyler still putting the pressure on. Miro heading to the basket and a rebound and a foul. That will send Brooklyn Meza to the free throw line. I mean, if you take a look at this CSU Pueblo roster and their high school stats, we mentioned Tajane Bonds averaging 7.4 steals a game, and she led the state of Colorado in scoring her senior season. Autumn Watts, a senior from Centennial, Colorado. She's a transfer from McNeese State. She was a 3-star out of high school, one of the better players in Colorado for her senior season. There was Tamia Johnson, who is not here this weekend. She was ranked the 30th best point guard in the nation by ESPN Women's Basketball and was a McDonald's High School All-American nominee. There's quite a lot of high school stars on this CSU Pueblo roster.
Yeah, absolutely.
And about 90% of them went to Grandview in Colorado. Oh, the same high school.
John Vidra is still coaching here in the closing seconds as that one goes off of McDonald and out of play. Then, of course, naturally, as soon as she gets done coaching, she cracks a joke and catches Hevender and Phipps by surprise down there. Both of them were chuckling. So Alvidra is, of course, a player's coach, as we mentioned, building a really, really strong program here. They've done a lot of really good things in her tenure.
(66-41). UT Tyler is 2-0 to start the year. 2-game win streak, 2-0 at home.